8:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Lakshman Fonseca and read by J. Yogaraj. First, the headlines. The President presented the Yativara Suraksha scholarships to student monks. Health authorities say the third booster dose slashes coronavirus hospitalizations by 90%. The Power Minister says plans are underway to provide uninterrupted power supply throughout the day. The Tourism Ministry introduces a travel app to promote tourism. Foreign Minister says that Sri Lanka has sought public participation to achieve sustainable development goals. In main news, the President had an observation visit to historical Kuragala Buddhist sacred place. Atmospheric pressure changes observed across globe after the volcanic eruption near Tonga. And those are the headlines. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa presented the Yativara Suraksha scholarships to student monks in the Ratnapura district. The function was held at the Sabaragamuwa Maha Saman Devalaya premises today. The Buddhist Affairs Division of the Presidential Secretariat implements the program with the aim of giving foremost priority to Buddhism while protecting and nurturing the Buddhism. Under this program, priority will be given for the medical insurance policies to monks and Sil Matas, and assist in certificate course of the practical Buddhist studies of Bhikkhu students. Under the supervision of the Vice-Chancellor of the Sabaragamuwa University, Professor Udaya Ratnayaka, the program was initiated to award scholarships to student monks in the Ratnapura district. Making this program, the President presented scholarships to 11 student monks who have qualified for the International Diploma in Language course. Health authorities say the third booster dose slashes coronavirus hospitalizations by 90%. They said 2 doses blocks hospitalization up to 50%. Health experts are also urging the public to take freely offered vaccines at their first opportunity. Doctors say due to misinformation and lack of knowledge of the public was showing less enthusiasm in taking the third dose. They added the third dose was especially valuable for the population over 65 years. Although hospitalization and deaths have dropped from early highs, doctors are now seeing a trend rate increase. Senior consultant physician at the National Institute of Infectious Disease, Ananda Vijayavikrama, said, as Omicron is more transmissible than the Delta variant, there was a big possibility of another COVID-19 wave with more patients being found, though the severity is low. The third dose was valuable for Omicron as well. This news comes to you from Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Minister Gamini Dokuge says plans are underway to have discussions with relevant authorities to provide uninterrupted power supply throughout the day. The discussions scheduled to be held tomorrow. The minister said all the hydropower stations are not providing its full power capacity due to lack of rainfall, and it has created the necessity of obtaining power from diesel power plants. The minister also said tomorrow discussions are decisive as many reservoirs in the upcountry are dried up due to the experiencing dry weather in the area. A low water level has also recorded in the Polgolla, Victoria and Rantambe reservoirs due to the situation. The Tourism Ministry has taken measures to introduce a travel app. The ministry said the app will feature information on 5,000 local travel sites, hotels, tour guides and other useful information on Sri Lanka. The app, which comes complete with a feature to buy tickets to local attractions online, is expected to boost travel bookings and revenue. Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority Chairperson Kirmali Fernando said the terms of reference and the shared goals of the institutions which will come together to make this tourism app a real success. Kirmali Fernando added that the key feature of the app would be an emergency button that would alert the closest police station and Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority in case of an emergency. Foreign Minister Professor G.L. Piri says Sri Lanka has sought public participation to achieve sustainable development goals formulated by the United Nations system. The minister had an observation visit over the weekend in the down south to draw up a viable strategy to ensure the maximum degree of the public participation to achieve the UN target. He said education, rewarding employment, clean water, the environment, access to healthcare and the protection of women and children are integral to the day-to-day lives of the community. Minister Dr. Ramesh Pathan addressed the Goal event while Minister Dalasala Peruma and State Minister Kanchana Vijayasekar spoke at the Matra event, and Minister Chamal Rajapaksa presented his views over the project at the Hambantota meeting. And that's local news.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and an observation visit to the historical Kuragala Buddhist sacred ground this evening. The president has witnessed the progress of the construction work of the Dagaba and Buddha statue in the sacred ground. The developmental activities of the site are directed under Venerable Vathura Kumbure Dhammaratna Nayaka Thero. The Thero is also the creator of the International Buddhist Center in Nelligala. Our correspondent said the president has instructed the officials to accelerate the development work. And that's top news.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
In Watchlight, health experts say that the people are reluctant to have the booster dose of the COVID vaccine when compared to the first and the second doses of the vaccine. They say the government has spent a large sum of money to purchase the booster vaccine dose. The booster dose has reduced the number of hospitalizations and deaths occurred due to the coronavirus and its new variants, it added. The booster dose is being given at all government hospitals and MOH offices from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And that was Watchlight.
Coming up, World News.
First, the headlines. Atmospheric pressure changes observed across the globe after the volcanic eruption near Tonga. New Zealand officials say some feared missing in Tonga. Beijing Omicron case prompts temple closures and queues for COVID-19 tests. And those are the headlines of the world news. Sudden changes in atmospheric pressure and sonic booms were observed around the world after a massive underwater volcanic eruption near Tonga on Saturday. The Swiss-based World Meteorological Organization tweeted that the pressure wave generated by the volcanic eruption in Tonga had gone over Europe. The organization also said a barometer in Switzerland measured a 2.5 HPA amplitude. Switzerland is about 17,000 kilometers from the Tonga. A New Zealand government official in Tonga says some people are missing after Saturday's major volcanic eruption. Acting High Commissioner Peter Lunn spoke with the New Zealand TV broadcaster via satellite phone from Tonga's capital, Nuku'alofa, and said that there was no official reports of the deaths or serious injuries, but a couple of people were reported missing. The scale of damage in Tonga is still unknown. International media are trying to obtain information, but the internet and phone services are still cut off. Beijing Omicron case prompts temple closures, queues for COVID-19 tests. China has reported 65 locally transmitted COVID-19 cases for January 15, including the first Omicron case in Beijing, just weeks from February 4th start of the city's Winter Olympic Games and the country's Lunar New Year holiday, according to Reuters. The capital, Beijing, reported the first local infection of the Omicron variant involving a person who had visited multiple malls and restaurants in the previous 14 days. And that was World News.
Development News is brought to you by Let's take coal out of the coconut tree and make the island thriving and prosperous. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
Minister of Environment Mahinda Amaravira says the conservation of the Kelani River should be prioritized under the 2022 Surakamu Ganga program. The minister, speaking at a meeting of the National Steering Committee of the Surakamu Ganga program, recently said 200 million rupees is expected to be allocated for this purpose. Minister Amaravira said the Kelani River was a threat due to various human activities. And that was the development news.
Development News was brought to you by the coconut tree is well grown in almost all the parts of the island. It is an exceptional source of extra income. The shell, the husk and almost all the parts of the coconut tree makes you money, providing you with an excellent extra source of income. It will also help to nourish the economy of the country. You will be guided with all necessary informations regarding the coconut cultivation, with the novel cultivation techniques and all other related and upgraded informations by the Coconut Research Institute, Lunavilla. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
The first ODI between Sri Lanka and Zimbabwe is now being played at the Pallekele International Cricket Stadium in Pallekele. Zimbabwe skipper Craig Irwin won the toss and elected to bat first. Sri Lankan team is led by Dashin Chanaka and have handed fast bowler Chamika Gunasekara his international debut. Zimbabwe won the toss and elected to bat first, and accordingly Zimbabwe scored 296 for 9 wickets in their allotted 50 overs. In reply, a short while ago, Sri Lanka were 168 for 3 wickets in 29.3 overs.
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB U Trust.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
DFCC Bank say it is proud to be associated with cricket to reach out to the broader segments of the country to enhance its strong position in the banking landscape. DFCC Bank is the title sponsor for the Sri Lanka versus Zimbabwe ODI matches now being played in the island. The cricketing epic will span 3 day and night one-day internationals as part of the ICC Super League and have been scheduled for the 16th, 18th and 21st of January.
Business News, sponsored by
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB U Trust.
Economic news, courtesy of
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Sri Lankan Airlines reported a profit of $9.25 million and a group profit of $10.66 million for December 2021. Sri Lankan Airlines said it was the first profitable month for the airline since the onset of the pandemic in early 2020. Revenue grew by almost 200% compared with the corresponding period last year and has reached over 80% of the pre-pandemic level.
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
The Weather Report.
The Met Department says several spells of showers will occur in northern, north central, eastern and Uva provinces and in Matale district. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in western and Sabaragamu provinces and in Galle, Mathura, Kandy and Nuwara districts in the evening. Fairly heavy showers above 75 millimeters may occur at some places in Sabaragamu province and in Kaluthura, Galle and Mathura districts. Before we wind up this news broadcast, let's look at the main points once again. The President presented the Yativara Suraksha scholarships to student monks. Health authorities say the third booster dose slashes coronavirus hospitalizations by 90%. The Power Minister says plans are underway to provide uninterrupted power supply throughout the day. The Tourism Ministry introduces a travel app to promote tourism. Foreign Minister says that Sri Lanka has sought public participation to achieve sustainable development goals. And with that, we conclude this news broadcast of Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.